This presentation is an overview of postcards. Let's start by learning what a postcard is. A postcard is a small piece of mail, not inside of an envelope, that usually has a photograph or other type of illustration or drawing on one side, and then a written message on the back side. Postcards became popular in the late 1800s. They were a quick and easy way for people to communicate with each other, very similar to how we use texting today. Let's take a look and see what makes a postcard a postcard. The front of the postcard has some sort of picture on it. It could be a photograph, an illustration, a pattern, a design, something that catches the eye. The back side has all of the written information. You'll write your message on one side and then put the address of the recipient on the other. Let's take a closer look at the back side of the postcards. On the left is where your message will be written. You'll give a greeting to the person receiving it, put your note, and then add your salutation or your ending to your letter on that side. On the right will be the address of the person receiving the card, and then above that is where you'll put the postage or the stamps required for the post office to process and mail out your postcard. Now that we have a pretty good understanding of the written part of it, let's focus on the design on the front. An important thing to consider is, what is the purpose of your card? Thinking about what it is you will include in your design to make it successful, and really understanding what the message is going to be is going to help support that. When considering your design, think about the following things. Think about what type of image or picture you would like to include on it. Think about how you can use color to your advantage. Thinking about patterning, you can see the patterns here in this artwork in the background. Framing or cropping, you can see that the lettering here is framed in, and that cropping or some of the parts of the artwork are cut off and go off the edge. The lettering styles too, if you're going to incorporate words, don't rely on just your regular handwriting. Think about how you can mix it up to look interesting. And then overlapping, showing one part of the artwork in front of the other, adds interest. In addition to the design, think about how your design and your message are going to go together. You can see that this postcard is a humorous one, and you would imagine that the message would reflect that as well. Don't think that you have to rely on words on the front of your postcard. You don't have to include lettering or words specifically. You can allow your artwork or the image to speak for itself, like this example does. Now, let's start to think about how you can go ahead and design your own artwork. Before you start your designs, consider the following things. You need to decide who you'd like to send a message to, and why you want to send a message to that person, and what you would like to communicate specifically with them. Once you have the message figured out, then think about what kind of artwork you could use to go along with that message that makes sense. When you are doing your designs, what is it going to look like? Consider these things. What kind of pictures or images you might include in it? Are you going to use patterns, shapes, or designs? Think about how color is going to play an important part in your artwork. Are you going to use words or no words at all? And if you do use words, think about those lettering styles. They really make a big impact. Finally, think about how you can use all of these elements in the principles of art to make your artwork truly a work of art or a composition. Having a solid body of work on the front of your postcard is going to add a lot of interest and make the artwork really unique and special for the recipient.